In ancient Greece, around 300 BC, there lived a wealthy trader named Zeno. During a voyage from Phoenicia to Piraeus, a disastrous event occurred. His ship sank, taking all his valuable cargo with it. This unforeseen catastrophe, beyond anyone's control, transformed Zeno from a wealthy man into a pauper in an instant. Imagine being in Zeno's shoes, witnessing your life's work vanish beneath the waves due to the capriciousness of nature. How would you react? Would anger or sadness overwhelm you? Would you feel cheated by life? For many, such responses are natural, but Zeno, who would become the founder of Stoicism, chose a different path. Zeno's story exemplifies the essence of Stoicism: acceptance and equanimity in the face of adversity. After studying the works of Socrates and other great philosophers, Zeno developed and taught Stoicism. His philosophy teaches that while we may have little control over external events, we have significant control over our reactions to them. Instead of lamenting his loss, Zeno maintained his composure, staying calm and neutral despite his misfortune. Today, Stoics are often seen as unbreakable individuals, seemingly impervious to emotional extremes like fits of rage or bouts of anxiety. However, the original philosophy of Stoicism goes far deeper than mere emotional resilience. It is a way of viewing, understanding, and engaging with the world. It's a way of life that has endured through the centuries, proving as beneficial and impactful today as it was thousands of years ago. Stoicism helps us process negative emotions from adverse experiences and transforms them into constructive thoughts, providing a unique perspective on life. Since the Stoics gathered, discussed, and taught their philosophy publicly, their principles were widely accessible. They believed that Stoic teachings could benefit everyone, from slaves to emperors, making their knowledge open to all. Some of the most notable Stoics include Epictetus, a former slave whose name means acquired, Seneca, a renowned statesman, and Marcus Aurelius, a Roman emperor and one of history's most powerful men. These early Stoics practiced what they preached, advocating for equality and inventing the term cosmopolitan, meaning citizen of the world. This concept of unity and togetherness resonated with their teachings, promoting inclusivity and the common good. At the time of Stoicism's foundation, women were typically excluded from philosophical pursuits, but the Stoics disagreed with this norm. Musonius Rufus, Epictetus's teacher, famously stated, "It is not men alone who possess eagerness and a natural inclination towards virtue, but women also." Consequently, Stoicism welcomed women as students and practitioners, reflecting its progressive stance. So why do so many people adopt Stoicism as a way of life? In a world full of unexpected events, our emotions can often hinder our responses. It's not the bad events themselves that cause us distress, but their unexpected nature. Rain, for example, is beneficial for plants and livestock, yet being caught in a downpour without an umbrella is unpleasant. However, we don't lament the rain because we expect it. Similarly, Stoicism teaches us to anticipate and accept potential misfortunes, fostering resilience and preparedness. One Stoic exercise, known as voluntary discomfort, involves intentionally placing oneself in uncomfortable situations to build gratitude and mental strength. Sleeping on the floor, taking cold showers, or eating simple meals helps us understand that we can endure hardships and thrive despite them. This practice prepares us mentally for future challenges. In today's consumer-driven society, where advertisements constantly push us to seek the next best thing, Stoic principles are more relevant than ever. We are often taught conflicting lessons at home, in school, and through our own observations, leading to unrealistic expectations and potential disappointment. Instead of internalizing all external knowledge, Stoicism encourages self-improvement for its own sake, fostering genuine satisfaction and avoiding the pitfalls of external validation. By placing our happiness on our intrinsic value rather than external possessions or achievements, we can maintain a stable sense of well-being. Stoicism teaches that while we cannot control external events, we can control our reactions to them. This fundamental principle, known as the Dichotomy of Control, is central to Stoic philosophy. As Epictetus said, the chief task in life is simply this: to identify and separate matters so that I can say clearly to myself which are externals not under my control, and which have to do with the choices I actually control. Stoicism encourages us to focus on what we can control and let go of what we cannot. This mindset helps us pursue goals without being devastated by setbacks. For example, creating content for YouTube involves numerous steps within our control, but the platform's algorithm ultimately decides its reach. By judging success based on effort rather than external metrics, we align with Stoic teachings and find contentment in our work. Living with less and embracing simplicity can unbind us from societal pressures. Consider a dedicated employee who, after months of hard work, feels deserving of a promotion. If denied, he might feel inadequate, not considering external factors like company finances or other qualified candidates. By valuing his effort and maintaining a Stoic perspective, his goal remains intact, though perhaps delayed. This mental reframing is crucial for a Stoic who values inner peace over external success. The four main virtues of Stoicism, wisdom, courage, temperance, and justice, guide this way of life. Wisdom involves distinguishing between what is within our control and what is not, choosing our reactions accordingly. Courage means persisting and resisting in the face of adversity. Temperance, or moderation, involves finding contentment with what is essential and sufficient. Justice, the most important virtue, emphasizes doing no harm and working for the common good. Nelson Mandela, a notable modern example, embodied Stoic principles during his imprisonment and presidency. Rather than seeking revenge against those who oppressed him, Mandela urged reconciliation and rebuilding, demonstrating the Stoic ideals of justice and forgiveness. His leadership, informed by the works of Marcus Aurelius, showed how Stoicism can guide us through even the most challenging times. In contemporary medicine, Stoicism influences practices like rational emotive behavioral therapy, REBT, and Logotherapy. REBT helps individuals challenge negative thought patterns with logic, replacing them with healthier beliefs. Logotherapy, based on the Stoic principle of finding purpose, emphasizes that even in dark times, identifying and pursuing a meaningful purpose can lead to fulfillment. Stoicism teaches us to redefine our self-worth based on what we can control, leading to a happier and more fulfilling life. By steering through life's storms with a Stoic mindset, we find inner peace, regardless of external circumstances. And even if our journey ends prematurely, we can take comfort in having lived a good life, guided by the enduring principles of Stoicism.